Hello and welcome to Tavern Talk. Tavern Talk is a cosy visual novel where players take on the role of a tavern keeper, interacting with a variety of people from a more fantasy setting. We'll mix drinks for adventurers and we'll advertise quests for them to complete. The game is out on Steam and Nintendo Switch on the 20th of June. But I'm giving you some good looks at the game and we'll go and play through. And the first thing we need to choose is our pronouns. So I'm going to go for they, them, because we can be anybody. We are the tavern keeper after all.
Once upon a time in a world far, far away, in a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern.
Wow.
A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
Don't ask that question. First customer. Hiya, Inkeep. How's it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy for you? Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster, or a mushroom mimic, or maybe a gnome. Did it? No, but I got to take another walk around the grove. I love Fable's eyes, they're multicoloured, I believe. Oh, and the jackdaw's up in the top left. How was it? Great! I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same Amaranthian Hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces, or as a snack. There are various types of nuts: walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Add it to the list. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut. Just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? No, I think that counts as a mistake. So, what you're saying is that you're missing some spice? Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Oh, poor Fable. Though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about the spice in your life. Ah! Oh, that's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly. That's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. Ah, so a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Yeah. Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun. Right, okay, our first choice. So, I can try and distract Fable by saying, have you tried visiting a circus? However, we are carrying on with the metaphor of, have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Because Fable has described themselves as having, well, or being a bland soup with some salt stuff? Yeah, salt is what they said. So I'm thinking if we continue this metaphor a little bit, we're still in Fable's frame of reference and we're still in Fable's mind. So I think if we continue the metaphor and go with, have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theatre or a gala, arrive in a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high? Yes, I think that's the point. I'm afraid of heights, and of people, and of actors. Fable's afraid of a lot of things. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things I never lived through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. There we go. Soup again, so we're carrying on that soup metaphor. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. Oh, Fable, I don't think I can sing. I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph resting by the lakes. Okay, well, we have quite. Fable was talking about wishing to. Yes. So our questions are: we could try a pretty nymph. That's pretty daring. Although it's kind of I feel like that's negative. It has like a that's pretty daring kind of thing to it, maybe. It's not something I would personally choose. Just because it's how I interpret that. It could be a different interpretation, but how I interpret it is that it's pretty daring. It's a bit out of your range type thing. So I'm thinking. I think we go for the positive. I think that sounds like a good song opening to me. Because it widens it a little bit. It's like, that's a good opening. Where's the rest of it type thing? I don't know. Yeah, I think it sounds like a good song opening to me. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it has a nice flow to it. It does have a nice flow. I did enjoy saying it. But nothing actually happens in it, because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. Never met one. Taxes, maybe? No, I don't think so. I would love to sing about the exciting, magical things I encounter. Oh, character information unlocked. Oh, lovely. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming into your tavern and discovering new drinks. Is that a segue, Fable? Is this a tutorial happening? Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. What have you got against nymphs? Tavern keeper, what's going on? Okay, maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Here we go, drinks. Drink taverns, tavern tutorial, whatever the word is. Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thanks. Thanks, Fable. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favourite. As a tavern keeper, I would already know that. It always makes me feel like a feather-light nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. Maybe I should have asked Fable about the nymphs. Seems to be a reoccurring theme. If I get the opportunity again... Oh, here we go. I was going to say, if I get the opportunity again, I'll ask them. But no, I'm getting it now. Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? It's a very direct question there, innkeeper. Oh my goodness. Both? Well, mostly I want a swift strike. That's very good of you, Fable. Thank you. Message received. Yeah, stop prying, innkeeper. Although, I was wondering. I've been coming to your tavern for so long, and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Me neither, Fable, me neither. Could you show me? Thank you, Fable. Yes, we'll do the tutorial. Why not? Really? Yes. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Welcome to my drink mixing nuke. So we have... it looks very complicated. And I hope the tutorial takes us through it. But if not, I will take us through how to mix a drink as well. So welcome to my drink mixing nuke. Ta-da! So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Andu. This is Andu here in the bottom left. In the little bucket named Andu. He's my familiar. He's going to come in very useful eventually. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. This is the journal down here, I believe, in the bottom right. Let's have a look. Oh, you pinned my order. So the orders go up here in the top left. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? Oh, that's dangerous. No, I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. Noted, don't go off course, right? When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. What if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with a sponge or just pick a different recipe. So here's the sponge here. So it will be drawn, I'll show you in a second, but it'll be drawn on the board here. And then if we want to, we can use this sponge, this square thing here, to erase it. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And their placement will make sense in just a moment. Oh, actually, I can show you now. The placement is reflected in the 5 here on this purple board here. So that's the swift one, as you can see by the feather. We have a brain one, which is the moon. We have the shield, which kind of looks like this little square purple one in the bottom right. And it looks kind of like a shield, I think, if you sort of screw your eyes up and swing at it. We have the sword bottle, which if you look, it has a sword pommel and handle on the lid. I was going to say on the hilt then, but there's a crown bottle which has the crown there. So that's the 5 bottles for us. Oh, here we go. It goes through them. So we've got Dex, Intelligence, Defense, Strength, and Charisma. I think Dex sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up, this is to us, if I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andu. Here we go. So this is why we have Andu in the bottom left. He's sitting there waiting for us to make a mistake. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Oh no, please do. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Okie dokie. Let's try it. So we can have a look at the journal. Let's find the recipe. So they wanted a swift strike. Here we go. So we find the recipe. We were already on Frosted Lagoon, but we'll go over to Swift Strike because that's what Fable wanted. So Swift Strike, it says, be a leaf on the wind with the Swift Strike. This must have for any dexterity devoted adventurer, grant you agility, speed, and remarkable accuracy. Oh, and a nasty drink. Oh, oops. Oh, and a tasty drink. With an order this delicious, you'll exceed any dwarf's kill count in no time. Is that a reference? Have you put references in my Tavern Talk game? So we can see what kind of it is. So we know that it's going to be in the top left. We've got an order. We've got Swifty. We've got 3 bloods. I'm not quite sure. 3 teardrops, maybe. I'm not sure. It could relate to the 3, 1, 2, 3 triangles, parts of the triangle. We'll have a look. So I'm going to click on the draw recipe, the chalk item. And as you can see, it's drawn it on the board. So, in order to do this, it's hopefully it'll be okay. It was a little bit weird in the demo, but we'll get there. So, we have the Swift Strike. We know it's that because if we look at the purple tablet, shall we say, it highlights the Swifty. So, I'm going to go, and we know we need to go 1, 2, 3. So, we need 1, 2, 3. So, I'll drag it over, and we'll pour. There we go. It did it. And we'll pop that back because we always need to put things back where we found them. We know we now need to go 1 here and 1 here. So we need to go 1 towards the brain, the intelligence. Oh. Yep. And then we need 1 down here for the shield. Maybe. There we go. And Andy's told us we've made Swift Strike. And the little bell is lit up. So, it looks the same as it does on the board. So I'm going to hit the bell and we'll see what Fable thinks of it. We've got an achievement, our first drink. Here we go. Wow, it actually does teleport. Oh, I like the leaves that are floating around. That's very cool. It actually does teleport. Of course it does. What did you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. Oh, that's delicious. I made that. You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'll be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Wow, the innkeeper is really asking the questions today. Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but what? Never mind. Oh, we were very close to Fable revealing something then. Wonder if Fable doesn't trust us just yet. Or story related. Oh, hello. Oh, we have a mysterious, edgy stranger turn up. You gonna say something? How can I help you? A drink. For you. Cool. Right. Oh, what kind? Drinkable. Oh my gosh, this is like pulling... It's like pulling blood from a stone or something. Water from a stone, whatever the phrase is. Oh my gosh. Very specific, thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure, whatever. Oh, are we going to go charisma on the guy? Or the person? Maybe. So, Spoken Heart. Let's have a look. Oh, there's the order. Yep, thank you. There's Spoken Heart. It says, it's sweet and sparkling in taste. The Spoken Heart will bring your deepest feelings bubbling to the surface. This could be, I don't know if this is ethical, but we'll try it. Your newfound sincerity, confidence, and many heartfelt words will work wonders in boosting your persuasive abilities. A charismatic... can't say it. A charismatic boost, great for bards and emotionally repressed individuals. Okay, we'll go with that. We'll draw the recipe. Why not? Oh, what do these... Do we need to know what the other tabs do? I don't. We'll have a look. So we have the characters. Here we go. So, lovely. I was going to say, I'm not sure how we find out what the pronouns of the people are, but Fable is a they, them. Lovely. Fable is a ranger taking care of the Ashen Grove. They're sweet and gentle soul and a regular at the Wayfarer's Inn. They dream of being an adventurer, but are troubled by severe anxiety about, well, everything really. Their nut allergy probably doesn't help either. We haven't got any rumours. No quests. The log is what people have said to us. We have the recipes. We have the ingredients. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Something called infusions, and then a map. I believe we can get I think we're somewhere in the Northern or Southern Republic. Something to do with that. Where's recipes gone? There we go. We're going to go for Spoken Heart. No, let's draw the recipe. There we go. It was Spoken Heart we were supposed to do, wasn't it? Yeah, well, we'll do that anyway. We'll see what happens. So we want the charisma. Let's try that. We want to go all the way up to the end. 2, 3. There it goes. And then we want one of the swords. We do a bit more. And then one of this one. Oh, is it not going to let us put that in? Oh, is it because I did 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh, I did too many of the... Sorry, Andy, you're gonna have to drink that. There we go. Drink that all for us, Andy. I think I got an achievement for that. I think that was the achievement. So, maybe we do these first. One of those. One of those. This was because I was watching up here to get to the end instead of watching the cup itself. And then if we do the charisma, 2, 3, there we go. Thank you, Andy. It's a Spoken Heart. Okay, let's ring the bell. Yes. This should be digestible, maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Oh, rumour unlocked. Song of bones and water. Alright. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that ribbles down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yes. No. Not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? Like a holiday? I mean, my brother looks after the Grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me. And you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? Oh, Fable. Oh, Fable. I think so, yes. What if it's wrong to leave, though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. Oh, won't go Fable. Is that everybody? Oh, we're going to the evening. Oh, hello. Greetings, traveller. How may I help you? You own this establishment, Innkeep? Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Carolyn. You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Carolyn. Oh, what can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do things with quests, right? I do. So they say. Another tutorial, maybe. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. Oh, that's me. Do you want one? You can take a look at my notice board. Ugh, no. No quest for me. But I might have one for you. Or your notice board. Tell me more. I heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Tregarren. Terrorising farmers. Tearing sheep apart. Whole programme. Oh, a rumour unlocked. Werewolf mayhem. A werewolf? That's news to me. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Erovia. Been wondering if it's the same one. Just moving up, like a nomad. Rumour unlocked. Nomady. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. Ugh, you mean the one with the vampires? The Twilight reference? In 2024? I think so. Nah, I just split society into two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire. It is. I think it is a reference. Which one are you, Innkeep? Oh no! Oh no! Oh my gosh. I know there are consequences to some of the decisions in the game. I don't know if this is one of them. In Twilight, I was Team Charlie. I was Team Dad. What? I don't know. Do I think we go? I think we go Team Werewolf. I might have to play this through twice and go for the different teams, but I think Team Werewolf. Team Werewolf seems okay. No, is it the fur or the pecs? Neither. There we go. Neither. Questionable experiences with the other camp, more so. Yeah, definitely. I'm itching to ask for details. Don't. Oh. Kellen's ears have perked up. Look at her reaction. Or their reaction. Not quite sure. We'll have to double check the journal. Actually, does it tell me? Does it tell me up? There we go. Ah, yes. She, her. Lovely. Okay. That's something I might have to double check each time. Don't. How about you? Wouldn't you like to know? Oh, are we flirting? Yes, that's why I asked. Thanks, Innkeep. Keep guessing. Has anyone ever told you that you could pass as a werewolf? Wow, Innkeep. Yes, all the time. At least twice a day. Oh, I think we touched a nerve there. Look at the face. Oh dear, I don't think she's happy. Only downside of looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for one. I see. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, a hunchback, hairy, crook teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, the hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? I don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that southern werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Sorry? Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works. Room unlocked. On any dog. Trust me. Oh, well, perhaps you should know. Good to know. Thanks, Care. Lynn? It's not that hard. Either Care, Care, or Lynn. Oh. Okay. I think I definitely know how to say Lynn. So I'm going to say gotcha, Lynn. We'll go Lynn. Lynn. All right, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Oh, we are flirting. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture on, you got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. Noted. Here we go. So, something with a whole lot of strength. Let's have a look at the recipes. So Frosted Lagoon. We want something that has 3 in the sword. I forgot what that was. Oh, here we go. Southern Brawler. Look at that. It's even got a champion, like a champ cup vessel container, whatever you want to call that. The Southern Brawler is the perfect combination of offense and defense, dominated by the piquant aroma of Igneous. This drink is served fiery, hot, or ice cold, depending on the kind of fight you're looking for. Let's draw the recipe. There we go. So we want 1 towards the... I'm doing the ones first, so I don't make this mistake again. We want 1 towards the crown, 1 towards the shield, and then the rest towards the sword. So 1 in the crown, we'll watch. There we go. 1 in the shield. Yeah. Kind of pull it back just before it gets to the line, and that seems to make it get to the line but not over the line. Hey! Southern Brawler. Thank you, Andy. There we go. The champ cup. I like it. A drink with 0 water, as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Hats Basque West. Through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. Maybe Lynn and Fable will meet. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. Oh, okay. But you won't stop asking until I do, will you? No. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Well, I don't know about that. That's terrible. Oh, rumour unlocked. Nail space. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so... might as well humour her. Might as well. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that. Yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. Oh, that took a turn. What? It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much... Oh, it's Lynn again, sorry. I think there's not much use digging in the past. It's just going to open up old wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts anyone willing to listen. Do you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophising. You started this conversation. And I'm ending it. Okay. Wow, that face. Sorry, Lynn. Alright. Well then. If you find any more rumours for me, or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf. Don't do groups. But sure, for more work, I'll be back. You could have met that other person that was here a minute ago. They were a lone wolf. Oh, you got more information. I'll be waiting. Are we moving? There we go. Speaking of rumours, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Ooh, are we going for another tutorial? Don't want them to go to waste. Oh, here we go. I could use some help, please. The tutorial. Fine. I guess I've got a few minutes. Thanks, Lynn. Let me see your setup. This is where I sort all the rumours I've collected. Oh, look at these. Okay. Even got the Banshee one. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would be sorting the matching snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest. Okay. Otherwise you'll end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select that quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, got it. Thank you for your help. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. A good night to you too. Oh, I think Lynn left. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. So I think we're going for the werewolf one by the look of it. So let's have a look what we've got. So, we have an unusual amount of undead seem to be haunting the west. Undead snails are being accused of eating crops. This apparently poses a problem. That's the snail one. We have a banshee is haunting the lonesome lagoon, wailing a song that will shatter your bones. Hopefully hyperbole. We have a werewolf one. So the werewolf previously has been seen in Arovia, a southern town, a nomad, or do they have a goal in mind? Let's pop that on there. I don't like how it's put her to the side. I prefer things straight on, but that's just me. We have another werewolf. A werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge to run after a stick. So we'll pop that. And then the Vukarkin Kerlin told me about a werewolf who is roaming around Tregarin, a potential threat to villagers. So that's 3 werewolf items. We don't need a banshee or snails. So let's grab the quill. Another. Oh, here we go. It's completed a quest. Well, it's not completed a quest. It's turned into a quest, rather. A werewolf on detours. Is this like somebody on tour? Yeah, it's that kind of like, you know when you're young and you go on a tour. Anyway, a reticent Volkerian passed by the Wayfarer's Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up to Tregarin from Arovia. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and villagers. Apparently werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Tregarin from this werewolf mayhem? And it's signed by me, the innkeep. Lovely. Okay. Oh, we kind of saw it. It was there for a moment. But I think this is the end of the day now. So we're feeding Andu. We're sweeping up. And I think we blow out the candle. Yes. Oh, that's a nice tune. There we go. There's the inn. Act 1, the Wayfarer's Inn. Part 2, Prelude to Bravery, 58 to the Wake. Look at that inn, it's lovely. There's so many details in there. Let's have a look. So we've got a little dragon, I think, familiar. Got a few birds and sheep. Oh, it's lovely. Okay, let's start the day. Fable's taken the quest. Oh, okay. What do you have there, Fable? As if I don't know. I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorising Tregaron. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday. Not yet. I literally just opened Fable. What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who Oh, it's me. One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even. Preferably one who's good with a bow. One who tells me that they want the quest. Ah, good with a bow? Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know Fable. Fable's thinking. I'm just leaving the silence going. And maybe I want that quest. Just maybe. No. Not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they're also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you've got silver arrows for your birthday last year and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather, I did. But then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and I shoot a tree instead, and then the tree would be mad at me? But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead because of the werewolf. And that took a quick turn. I think you're overthinking this, but Fable, the slight overthinking going on here. So maybe I should put that quest back. Fable. Yes. Do you want me to do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes a decision for me. I see. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes. We're getting off topic here, though. Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. Fable. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. Fable. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up 3 bones. Fable didn't like that. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. It would take up the rest of the game. About taking the quest, it seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic, fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. I mean, yeah, this is kind of Fable's got a classic case of anxiousness. The overthinking. Yeah, I think so. Everything that Fable's describing and then Fable is saying is kind of reminds me of someone who is very anxious, an anxious person, and then tries things but talks themselves out of it a lot. Which is why Fable's waiting for the innkeeper to make a decision for them, because it kind of makes it easier. It kind of stops, as an anxious person myself, it kind of stops the overthinking and it stops everything. It's like, okay, you've made a decision, good, I can go with that. Somebody else has decided for me, kind of thing. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Ooh, asking the real questions here, Innkeep. Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light and the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistake and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Oh gosh, okay, so we've got 3 things we can ask here. We can ask more about the Mary Morgan incident, which seems to be the maybe the most recent incident. We've got the first encounter with the Hydra, or why does no one want to spend time with you? So, how I'm thinking, and obviously this is going in blind. Ow! I just smacked my elbow. I'm not sure if the microphone picked that up. So, how I was thinking before I smacked my elbow, the Mary Morgan incident is the most recent, probably. The first encounter with the Hydra might be going back in the past, and then why does no one want to spend time with you? That's opinions, though. It makes me feel like this is Fable's going to give their opinion on why no one wants to spend time with them. Which, yes, that's something we can ask. However, perhaps our first encounter with the Hydra might give us kind of an inkling as to what happened and what the first incident was that caused maybe some anxious feelings in Fable. Perhaps we could ask that first. Well, just a day after I arrived to guard the portal to the dream plane Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighbourly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven. But I thought since it has fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra. And I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around. And how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot about all what I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits and then at me, and it said, By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things are changing as Leviathan's sea. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea. Oh, vermin evasion. Okay, thank you for the rumour. I thought to myself, wow, the amaranthine hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left, and I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran back, apologised, and begged it for the answer. Turns out, that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get it some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Bloodhounds are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. I suppose you have a point. Oh, here we go. We can ask more questions. It really wasn't worth banging the elbow on the table. So what's the Mary Morgan incident? Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank God word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure, the chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger, a merchant up in Tragar, and recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay! And no riddles to get confused about either. I was so excited, but also very, very nervous, so of course it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armour and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I've never got lost in the woods before. Oh, looks like you got very over-anxious and overthought it and just managed to miss their way around. But this time I did. I couldn't see well. There was blood rushing in my ears and I felt dizzy. So, for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shiver Mere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men? Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. Rumour unlocked. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And then the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. And I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I'm not sure how. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Quag Mangrove. No, that would have been worse, yeah. Oh, another rumour. They say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't. But I didn't. And then finally, why does no one want to spend time with you? What was that noise? Because I'm unlucky. That's an opinion, Fable. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easily things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. I feel like Fable is catastrophizing here. I mean, I know the Hydra and the Mary Morgan we've already talked about with them. Yeah. Okay. It'll be interesting to see how we go. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had just been once. It seems like my life only follows a path that's the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. They are. They're very harsh on themselves. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming and they make for a nice bouquet, you know. Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. Oh, well, Fable's already got a daffodil in their hat, look. Or hair. I'm not quite sure. Could be a hat decoration or a hair decoration. It's on the border of the hat and hair. But me being me, I confused them with their evil twin, the weeping Amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby, all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry, that sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. There's nothing wrong with picking flowers. There is if they're the wrong flowers. Imagine if I had offered them to adventurers, or even worse, the Hydra. That would have been so embarrassing. I don't think gifting others flowers to make them a little happier is embarrassing. And it would have made for a good story to laugh about together. I don't think they would have laughed about it with me, more at me. Maybe they would laugh with you, if you choose not to run away. You seem to assign a cruel sense of humour to people that haven't actually shown you such a thing yet. Oh, here we go, Inky, thank you. Such an insight. Not everyone thinks about you the way you think about yourself. That's true. That would be nice. Innkeeper? Yes. Do you like spending time with me? Of course I do. Yes, Fable, I do. For sure. Really? Really? Of course. Seeing your face in my tavern brightens even the cloudiest of days. Please never stop coming around. I won't. You make me feel a lot less alone. Thank you. That's because you're not alone. Not as long as my tavern and I are here. Oh, look at Fable's smile. That's such a fun grin. You better not go anywhere. Not planning on it. Anyhow. You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. Thank you, Innkeep, for that lovely insight. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find that out then. Like on a quest, for example. You think I'm a little underleveled? Are we bettering here? What? Do you think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help these people, right? What if I don't and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they've got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try and help them. Thinking. So what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2, and who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh, don't think Fable had thought of that. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I'm a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away really quickly. The spirit. Okay, I, Fable, great gardener and future hero, charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Oh, here's our first choice. Yes! Do you have something that could make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolf can't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Another meta. Another reference. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy. Perhaps it's a hungry lost lichen after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Okay? Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. No pressure then. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. Okay, my first choice. Right. So, how I think. Here we go. This might help us with the right. Here we go. We've got 2 orders. So, a sip of water while I think. We could do a swift or we could do a charisma. So let's have a look. Swift strike. We've already done swift strike. And we've also done the spoken heart. Now, we've talked to Fable quite a bit. We know what their personality is like. Do we think, it comes down to, do we think Fable can shoot an arrow towards a werewolf? Or do we think Fable would be better off talking to the werewolf? Now, I'm pondering which way. Perhaps... Oh, sorry about that. Perhaps Fable would be better off speaking to the werewolf. Sorry, clearing my throat. I think we go. Or do we go? Or does Fable need to prove to themselves that they can fire an arrow? It is their favourite drink as well, isn't it? Swift Strike. They did ask for it specifically last time. I think we go Swift Strike. It's their favourite drink. It's delicious. They know what to do. I think they can do it. So a bit of a brain. One. A little bit of shield strength. There we go. And then the rest is the Swifty. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Thank you, Andu. Swift Strike. Off we go. Fingers crossed this works. This should do it. Oh, that tastes great. Very brisk. Do you feel a little braver? No, not yet, but I feel faster, more agile, swifter with my bow. Like my arrows could find any werewolf's heart. Ooh, maybe not the heart. Okay. I'm sure the bravery will come later. I'm sure it will. Thank you. This drink gave me some hope and heart palpitations. Oh dear. Did we just give them Red Bull? Is this what we gave them? I think that's your anxiety. Maybe. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did taking up a quest. So? I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seemed like something you might enjoy. Ooh. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us. Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. Bit of chili in the drink. They will. Thank you, Fable. That's very thoughtful. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. Okay, bye. Bye, Fable. Good luck. I wonder how Fable's doing. Maybe they'll find some new ingredients for me. Although, probably not. I hope my shipment arrives soon. Oh, here we go. Yep. You again. Me again. And, who are you? Cool, good to know. Someone who wants a drink. Okay. What kind? Drink. Yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific? That spoken heart one tasted fine. Thank you. Another spoken heart. Okay. That's doable. I'll open up the recipes. Yeah. We will. Spoken heart. We'll draw that. So we need one in there. Whoop, a bit more than that. We need one here. And then the rest is this one. Perfect. Spoken heart. Thanks, Andu. Off it goes. A spoken heart just for you. Maybe it'll help you find more words. Wow, Innkeep. If the person doesn't want to speak to us, Innkeep, the person doesn't want to speak to us. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Oh, they've gone. Charming. I'm going to have a drink while they drink as well. And we've turned to night. Oh my gosh. Still 2 new people. And I think they found the slimes. Be careful, you'll step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, traveller. How may I help you? Ugh, not another one of those empty blabblers. I can confidently say I'm all but empty. That's what they all say. Seems they're giving you some more dialogue options than most. Well, that don't convince me yet. We are getting meta. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Of course not. Probably forget to give you enough intellect. Wow, did they think I'm a robot automaton type thing? I don't know. Would surprise me if there was actually a brain inside that skull. Wow, thank you. I'm sure there is. Have you checked? No, but I can assure you I'm different from your average background character. I'm not an NPC. Sure. I must agree, you look far more delicious than they usually do. Thank you, though I should let you know I'm not on the menu. Oh, they look so sad. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Ah, my cape! Your cape? That's not his cape. That green fella on his shoulder is an ooze, or what's left of it. And the rest of it is on you? Aye. Pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story and your names? Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. Tricksy face. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederic Ducat de Sang. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood. Or if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favourite colour. Okay. I'll look for something with red in it. Oh, we're off. We're only doing them one at a time by the looks of it. So, something that looks red. Oh, okay, as it told us. Dominated by the piquant aroma of igneous. This is why, because it's we have the whatchamaflip in it. This one. Oh, I didn't draw it. Sorry, hang on. Let's go back to there. Draw the recipe. Yes, it's got a lot of the sword in it, and the sword's red, which is igneous. So I think that's how they're doing it. Anyway, we'll go here. Okay, for Kyle, and then we'll do this one there, and then the rest of it can be red. Eee, Southern Brawler. Made it. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious. Very alive. Maybe as a chaser you could let me have a bite. No. Okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Rhea Fosgrip. Oh, the music changed. Nice to meet. Yeah, skip. Just save me something strong. Something that feels durable, tough, like a mountain, or the caves of air. One of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up. A frosted lagoon. Okay, I'm glad they tell me what they like. Frosted lagoon. Oh, yeah, we're already there. A frosted lagoon protects you from any physical and spiritual harm and cools you down on even the hottest of summer days. It even offers UV protection. What more could you ask for? Noted. So we want one of the crown. There. We want one of the sword. There. And then the rest of them is in this one. Frosted Lagoon. Thank you, Andu. And I'll take a drink while they're taking a drink. A taste of air, just for you, valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting the placeholder text? Let me try. A CEO of many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks, just how I like it. So, Raya, Kyle, what about that oozed-filled story? Fine, guess you've earned it. Alright, picture me, deep in the mountains of Dolvermere, with my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding my own business, digging for the good stuff, you know? Hit a gold vein earlier, and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big old pile of gold. And suddenly, this big ooze comes along and slurp. Gone it was. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now. It's nearly sunrise. And? The sun kills you? Oh, right. Rumour. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior. When the ooze slurped me gold, I had to do something. So I took me shovel and dug and it and dug and it until there was nothing left to use anymore. Well, almost nothing. So, did you dig out your gold? Silly food. She dug me out. She dug out me. And guess what he was clinging on to? Oh, it's a very red face there, Raya. The gold? Oh yes, a big gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Barovia. And perhaps it can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. Ah, we did? Please allow me to ask a question. What was the deal again? I get you to Barovia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold. Information locked. But what about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put me capes? Where? In our wardrobe! Oh. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No. Kyle, maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you. Oh, we could? Phenomenal! I could put out a quest for you, but for that we need a little more information. Look with that. But first I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet, hosted by Lord Strut in Barovia. Copyrighted. While getting dressed, I realised I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course, I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Oh, of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore? Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding. Your wedding? When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape to show how important she was to me. Evelyn, the vampiric Countess Evelyn residing in Marrow Castle. That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Ugh, of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... You know. Spit it out, leech. Oh, What? My cape! Ah, rats, here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little mean, vicious, beautiful beast. Her, that thief of thieves, robbed me of my precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No, I had that taken out centuries ago. But my cape, I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps innkeeper, that's your name, right? Sure. We're going with innkeeper. Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there that's brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep past the Abyss of Dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn. Queen of Darkness. Temptress of Men. Flamenco champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible now. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Innkeep, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Another lagoon. Okay, let's go. Frosted lagoon. That's the one we want to make. Draw the recipe. I think I might be getting quietly confident with these drinks. One of them. I don't know the ins and outs of them just yet. One of them. And then that. So I still need the recipes. However, I think Frosted Lagoon. There we go. We did it. I'm getting quicker for sure. There we go. And while they drink their drink, I'm going to drink my drink. So if you have a drink ready. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. I'm just drinking it. You got it right again. I might even last till dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I'm consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk. My bat form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice and the slime weighs heavy on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. That'll be the slime. But dragons, could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Vampire sunbathing. Oh, right. Innkeeper. Do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? I do. Perchance something that would also moisturise my delicate skin. I'm afraid not. We do. Didn't we just read about Lagoon that has the UV protection? Although it wouldn't moisturise his skin, so... Oh. That reminds me. My Aunt Matilda used to harness the power of a chimera's saliva for sun protection. Ah, vampire sunscreen. A chimera? A thing based, made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all. Made by the dragon cigar Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware. I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves. I could have asked it for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. I think Fable mentioned one, didn't they? Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. No. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal? Oh no, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and hooves scoop, I'll be no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make it another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds, especially that part. Splendid. Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say innkeep, while we wait for someone to do this work for him, do you perhaps have a room or two? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real person one day. Thanks. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. So we've got a couple of lodgers or tavern patrons, perhaps. I don't know what you'd call them. Well, lovely. Okay, so a new quest. It needs to be the one thing that stands a chance against the green curse of the sun is a chimera saliva. Apparently, source Aunt Matilda a vampire. The vampire last saw it. Oh yes, we're looking for the cape, aren't we? Are we? That's the cape that we want to go and stroll. Yes, we're looking for the cape. Yes. Right. So it's those 3, isn't it? I like how they're colour coded. Like the ones that go together. So we're looking for the vampire's cape. So a quirky vampire is looking for his cape. He seems a bit confused. Wanted to go for a stroll in the sun. He last saw his cape on his wedding day before he was wed to Countess Evelyn. And then at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak resides Countess Evelyn, the vampiric temptress of men. Be wary of invisible threats. Oh, go there. Thank you. So that's one quest. Hey there, Evelyn. On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. That's a drink. After steadily questioning the innkeeper, uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape, but be aware she may be invisible. And then we have a third set of items, which are, according to the Amaranthian Hide, no. The one thing that stands a chance against the grueling curse of the sun is chimera saliva, apparently. A wyvern chimera resides in the Quag Mangrove. Adventurers beware, you might be on its menu. And then, according to the Amaranthian Hydra, a chimera's hatred for mice is a universal truth. Or maybe it just rhymed with ice, who can say? Lovely. Oh, there we go, there's a chimera. Wow, what a face. Gosh, that's a wonderful drawing. Deep in the Quag Mangrove resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist, its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen, so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? There we go. That's those 3. Have we done another day? Yeah. Lovely. Another day done. That's Act 1. Part 2. So now we're into Part 3. New friends and former enemies. My shipment of infusions finally arrives this morning. I now have access to some fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Another tutorial upcoming, by the sounds of it. Oh, we've got an achievement, take aim. Oh dear. Oops. Listen, I can fix this. Let me pick up some chamomile tincture from my treehouse. Chamomile is proven to be great for healing wounds. You've done enough, little pal. I'll be good from here, thanks. Fable, Lynn, back so soon? Innkeep. Say, did you send this blighter after me? I told you they have nothing to do with any of this. It's my fault. My fault alone. So let me at least fix it up. You better keep your clumsy hands off me. I don't think that went very well. Now, how about we calm our spirits a bit and you tell me what happened? A misunderstanding, I suppose? Yes! The elf thought I was an Uncle Dragon lookalike. The uncle that looked like a werewolf? Yes. No. It's a bit more complicated. Doesn't matter. What matters is the elf mistook me for a werewolf. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Maybe, but not on purpose, I promise. It's just me and my bad luck. Oh dear. See, it happened again. Nothing ever goes right. Oh dear, maybe we chose wrong. Oops. Don't say that, Fable. Tell me what happened. We can start from the beginning, alright? Right. So, you sent me out to look for the werewolf in Tregargan. I felt agile and ready, braver than I'd ever felt before. The quest that I gave you, Innkeep. I recall, Lynn. Good. I have my shortcuts and trails that allow me to travel rather swiftly through the Grashen Grove. And by early dusk I reach the borders of Tregarran. The Ashen Grove thins out around there. You can catch a glimpse of wide fields and vineyards, as well as see a farm or two. Truly idyllic, especially during sunset. There's one downside to that idyllic sunset, though. Oh. It gets dark. Of course it does. Every tall, looming person in the dark is automatically a werewolf, huh? No, but every tall, looming person hunting down a farmer's sheep is. No, I didn't do that. Yes, you did. And the quest stated that exactly what was the werewolf were doing. In my defence, I'm broke. We've all been there. So, Lynn was busy hunting sheep, and in the shadows of dusk, you thought she must be the werewolf. Exactly so. And then you needed not 1 but 3 arrows. I'm swift with the bow, I figured. And I was preparing to fight, not bargain. So I shoot. Trigger, happy. I can't get myself to aim for the heart, so I aim for the shoulder. And suddenly the werewolf starts cursing and cussing words I've never heard before, like a sailor. Or how I'd imagine a sailor would swear. I've never actually met one. You're telling me you've never heard before? Hey, what's going on? Why is it censored? Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Anyways, I was watching me pray through the bushes and suddenly I felt a piercing pain in my shoulder. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Of course I cursed and swore. That hurt. Never been so happy to have missed. So I turned around and got ready to lunge at the rascal who dared to aim at me. And an orange gleaming eye stared at me through the shadows, right into my soul. I thought, that's it. It's over. I heard the bells of death ringing in my ears. I was done for, and I hadn't even set foot out of the ashen grove. I stumbled backwards, tripped over a branch, and crashed into a tree. Nah, that weren't the passing bells, Alfie. Actual bells from the chapel in town. My name's Fable. Right. So, they crashed into a tree, and a rustling in the leaves, cracking the branches, and a high-pitched yelp. I didn't yelp. Yes, you did. It caught the attention of the actual culprit. He must have been on his way to tear apart yet another sheep. Or perhaps the farmer's heart this time, after our wrestling caught his attention. I heard the growling, such a deep guttural growl, it made my blood curdle. I swear I saw my life flash before my eyes. It sounded more like an empty stomach to me. A big empty stomach then, either way, bad, very bad. A howl rang through the air when he emerged from the bushes. Tall and empowering, glowing red eyes and fangs as big as my hand. Probably around 8 feet high. 6 feet max. I love this dynamic. 8. Seeing that tall creature sent shivers down my spine. You said that already. No, I didn't. Seeing that tall creature sent shivers down my spine. And I was frozen. I'm sure the Mary Morgan incident would repeat itself. I'd stand there and watch everything as it happened, unable to move. He looked around and sniffed the air, and his eyes locked with mine. But then I remembered what she told me. Werewolves love playing fetch. So I swiftly pushed away from the tree and picked up a stick from the ground. The werewolf noticed my movement. But before it could lunge at me, I threw the stick into the bushes as far away as possible. I wanted to buy myself some time to adjust my bow, but the stick somehow also influenced Carolyn, and both of them hurtled towards the bushes. Oh. And that's not all. Well, I couldn't help but run after that stick. I noticed something odd on the werewolf. Flannel the rags. So I forgot about the stick and grabbed him by the throat, slamming him against a tree. He wriggled and twisted like a worm, growling and barking right in my face. I stared him right in the eyes as I heard the elf approach from behind. They knocked an arrow on the bow. Don't, Carolyn said, and I lowered my bow hesitantly while she studied the werewolf's face. She growled, like she always does. Uncle Dragon, she exclaimed, and I flinched. That Uncle Dragon? Yeah, my damned uncle was in full werewolf transformation, in front of me, right there. Acting like the biggest, wildest rascal in the whole world. I was joking when I told you that story, Innkeep. I wouldn't have thought the werewolf was actually my uncle. This is exactly why I don't do cases involving lycanthropy. So, how did you deal with him? Confronted him, of course. Knocked some sense into him, you know? We tied him to a tree, and he wouldn't get any ideas before... So he wouldn't get any ideas before transforming back. I knew learning all those good sailor knots was good for something. It's good for a lot more than that. Hello? Oh. I mean... Either way. The truth was only half as exciting as figuring it out was. Apparently, he contracted lycanthropy at the annual family gathering. And since he grew short-tempered, he and his husband got into a lot of fights. So he ran away. I can understand that all too well. And of course, I can't kill Carolyn's uncle just because he's a werewolf. So you let him go? The elf knows a swamp witch that might have worked out a cure, dropped him off there. No more tearing apart sheep. For now. So, all in all, you'd say the quest was a success? With a few obstacles attached. And someone getting hurt. Listen, the arrows themselves ain't the problem. The coat, though, that was expensive. I'm sorry, really. Nah, don't worry about it. After all, we got rid of the lichen. For now. Elf even got you a keepsake. Me? It's nothing really. It's not even that interesting. I just thought. You thought? I thought it would be a nice reminder of my first successful quest. I like trinkets. Trinkets. Trinkets, trinkets. What is it? For the shelves. Trinkets for my shelves. Come on. Quit being shy. Well, we played fetch with the stick afterwards, and I thought I could bring it here. After Carolyn brought it back to me. I had to finish playing fetch after all. A nice memory of sorts, you know? It is a nice memory, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Fable. I know just where to put it. Oh yes, it's in the thing up there. It's in between. It's in the pot. Lovely. Wonder if we'll get more things. Right. Anyways, how about a drink to celebrate? On me. I told Carolyn you had a hand for mixing just the right thing for any situation. Absolutely. For both of you. I'll pass. I'm going to run home quickly to get the chamomile tincture. See you later. Bye, Fable. Later. So, innkeep. Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean make the usual. Strength never gets old. Okay. It helps if I remember what the usual was. Why is there a tree now there? Was that there before? Did I see that there before? There's another one as well. Okay. Anyway. Right. I think the brawn... Yes, the southern brawler. Okay, let's draw the recipe. Here we go. So, one of the grounds. Look. One of those guys. Glug. And then 3 of these guys. Glug. And glug. Southern brawler. Bing. Did it. Here. This should be to your liking. It is. Not bad. Thanks. So, a little blighter. You raise them? It's not mine. Fable? Oh, no. No? That's surprising. You two seem very close. Like a family. They're a regular. I see. Awkward silences. Huh. Oh. They're still available? Which one did you take, Helen? Yes. Great. I'm taking it. Alright. You still have arrows stuck in your shoulder. 'Tis but a scratch. Plus, Alfie's getting me one of their epi salves. Should be fine after. Alternatively, you could take a rest. Get some sleep. Let your wounds heal. Rid yourself of the ammunition decorating your body. Alternatively, you could mind your own business. I know what I can handle. And if I don't move on to a proper quest without bumbling elves and useless relatives, I'll go insane sooner or later. You want that? Not particularly. No. At least not in my tavern. I worked really hard on that woodwork. Then do your job and let me take it. I mean, you already have. I'm just doing my job and how you call it, expressing appropriate concern. I mean, yeah, Lynn has 3 arrows in her shoulder. I forgot to take a drink when Lynn got a drink. You did this work yourself? Excellent transition, Lynn. Yes, I did. I did all of it myself. Why? Couldn't get anyone to help? Wow, Lynn. I had a very specific vision. And too much free time. That too. Boredom does things to you. One day you're bored. Next you're learning how to gloss wood. The innkeep sounds like me on TikTok. It's like I see something going on. I'm like, oh, that looks easy. Oh, that looks interesting. I'll give that a try. I'll look it up on YouTube. It'll be easy. Do you know any carpentry? I know of carpentry. And of course of boredom. That's exactly why I gotta take this quest. I need to counteract the boredom before it makes my biceps shrink. I don't think that's how that works. But boring is not what I call the quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen couldn't get much more reckless than that. Could by taking Alfie along. Why are we talking about taking Alfie along then? A fair point. Please don't. I won't. Don't need another accidental piercing. So, the saliva's for a vampire. Vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get their chimera goo themselves? It's a wyverian chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quests, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? It depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. Bit of lore drop here. So stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job. The thing didn't. The cuss words didn't get that. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay, nervous. Ain't that either. We're gently probing. We're gently sort of asking probing questions to Lynn just to see what her reaction is or what she's scared of. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? It ain't exactly easy to find one, or to survive one. This seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about guardians? It's less about the guardian, more about what created it. Oh. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yeah, modelled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons? And oh, it's me. It's me, the innkeeper. I'm doing Lynn's voice, hang on. So, let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? Cool. Lynn's shutting down again. Also, when I was little, my babby used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she... passed? Left. One day she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. I like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Maybe she's off stealing sheep. Wow, innkeeper. Wow. Don't make light of the situation. It's not what we're here for. Too soon. Yeah, too soon, innkeeper. Far too soon. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. I couldn't hit the pause button in time. That snuck up by me. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. Allergies. Seasonal allergies. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No. Was the only kind she never encountered? I had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think, but never found a wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to tell the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I like that, innkeeper, thank you. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. That's what happens. This is your talking too much? So, you like dragons? I do. I do like dragons indeed, yes. They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting, very magical. They are. Fascinating and magical. I used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings, though. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. I do all that magic noise. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody. The last time someone tried to help me, they shot me with 3 arrows. Oof, too soon. They weren't trying to help you, they were trying to kill you. Let's get the facts right here. But alas, does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Lynn? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help? It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that would greatly help with your quest. Nah, sounds unnecessarily complicated. Keep it simple. Alright, what can I get you then? I reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. They're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defence might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Maybe you'd want to drink with an infusion? I just got to unpacking my shipments today. Innkeeper, you are pushing these infusions. A what? Infusion. I use them to spice up my drinks. They grant you special abilities. Like phoenix chilies, a little bit of one would make you fire resistant. That could be useful in a fight. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defence with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. Okay. Now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful of how they interact with other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shapes so that I mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Let's give it a try. Okay. I think we're going to go for the infusion by the sounds of it. So, we could do a normal brain order, intelligence order, or we could try the infusion. I think we want to try the infusion. So, we want something that's very defensive, which is the Frosted Lagoon. Yes, that's got the 3 in defense. Yeah, we'll go with that one. We'll draw that recipe. But if we hover over the chilies, yes, so we're looking for, you see that if I move off with the mouse, it'll stop flashing. We're in the middle of the purple coaster. You've got the same symbol that I needed with the order. Go back to the order. That symbol, the sort of symbol with the shield with flame to make fire resistance. So it's a minus on the intelligence, but it's a plus on the defense and the strength. So if we add that in first. No? There we go. Okay. You have to actually place the chili into the jug rather than drop it in there. So you can see we've moved forward now on 2. So I need to add a little bit of the crown. Add 1 crown. There we go. So we've moved that. And now we just need to add 2 of these guys. There we go. He says he's... okay, so we made the Frosted Lagoon. Let's ding the bell. And we have some spice to the table. We've added an infusion to our mix. Figured it out. You're getting better. Thanks. I'm feeling tough already and dangerously close to catching fire myself. I think I could almost take on a dragon like this. Let's stay grounded. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends not to take a break, even for vampires. Maybe you should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems. Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe he's got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. What I do need is that chamomile salve. Gonna go look for that blighter. Go easy on them. Huh. Thank you. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Bye then. And we've moved over to evening. Oh, you've taken the hood down. Hello. Good evening to you too. Oh, you're taking the other quest. Quest taken. This quest wasn't here yesterday. That's correct. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in? Oh, I think we made I think that joke was not a good joke there. Did you see the hand move? No, my legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. No, just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get that cape. I mean... yes. Well, no one's gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know the castle? Yes. It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumours, whisperings, of a strange fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? They're very questions. No, not recently. But she has. Once. Had a vampire mixer. Interesting. So she was only here at night? Yes. Oh, so is Zephyr. Zephyr only turns up at night as well, you think? Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask? Sure, yeah. I would guess she looked pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. Interest. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Questions. Did you hear about the wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes. She has a lot of werewolves traps set up. Start again. She has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. I wonder why I know this as an innkeeper. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotten flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathise with that? Wow, the amount of reaching we're going as the innkeeper here. Thievery is an honourable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing the man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you. Exactly. I know. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. One with the shadows and the wind. Gone before they even notice I'm there. Moving that. Oh, yeah. I think you can hear that. So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Innkeeper, what are you doing? Certainly, gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Innkeeper. Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit? Maybe something useful that also doubles as decoration. Like a chair? Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. A trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. Thinking. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me. Along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of, raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? Do we do secrets or how about a joke? I'm going to go secrets. We seem to become very serious all of a sudden. The tavern keeper is very, very secretive and very mysterious. And I want to hear more secrets. I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come of a shock to you, but I was here before, just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy. I spent hours just watching you from afar. That is definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. I was very worried for Fable, yes, that's true. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. Infusions? Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible, eventually, and for a bit. The duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some Phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of undead nature. So, I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though that does sound appealing. Hello. Strength I can do. And some frost armour should help with the fangs. Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To out-stealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose. So that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. And some invisibility would help with staying unseen should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with a decision, Innkeep. Your wisdom is not secret, is it? Oh my gosh, okay. That was a very long and complicated story. Oh my gosh. Okay, so. Do I go for the fangs? Or do I go for the invisibility? That's going to be interesting. That's not what I want. That's maybe what I want. I want either that one with the infusion of the ice crystal, or we want the swift strike with invisibility. I think maybe the strength with the ice would be better. With the invisibility being a bit unpredictable, I think we could do with that, just in case Lady Evelyn sees this person, sees Zephyr. So we'll go with that, but we'll do... Oh, I've forgotten which infusion. We want the ice crystal. Okay. Do you think it's that one? No, it's that one, the pine cones. Okay, nearly put the wrong one in. There we go. So, we want one of the charisma. We want one towards the there, but we've got that already. So we just fill in with the strength. 1, 2. There we go. Southern Brawler. With a bit of a crystal ice pine cone. Take a drink because you want a drink. Here you go, a drink that all vampires fear. Liquid Sunrise? Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it? You don't ask for permission before you steal something and keep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the Liquid Sunrise? Ha! Good one. It tastes like the sun, a cold sun, and I shall strike her down as such. The sun? Evelyn. Ah, that makes more sense. Goodbye, Innkeep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the Realm Keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave. All for a good story. Farewell. Oh, we have character information for Zephyr. All for a bitter end. Is this the end of the day? Yeah, I was going to look up information about Zephyr there. Never mind. Oh, a big stretch for the end of the day. We did it. The chimes. Ah, there we go. Okay. I'm going to call this episode here. It's been a couple of hours. But yeah, join me in the next one.